invitation from the Grand Duke himself. Well, he was inviting every girl in the kingdom to a ball for his son, the prince. Oh, how I longed to go to a fancy dress ball and meet a handsome prince.
But instead you found Brian.
But my stepmother told me I couldn't go to the ball unless all of my work was done and I had a nice dress to wear.
Well, parents lie to you.
It was very hard to get all of my chores done, but no matter how hard I tried, it just seemed like I had more and more to do. So I was left all alone at home watching my stepmother and two stepsisters go happily off to the ball together. Well, I was so lonely and very sad, so I went out to the garden and I cried and I cried and I cried.
Not everyone's wishes come true like that.
Something strange began to happen. The air got very cool, and all the stars up in the night sky began to shimmer.
And I passed out of asphyxiation.
There appeared before me this sweet, magical little woman.
Hi!
A little woman. She told me that she was
That ain't no lady.
Mother, and that she was going to make it possible for me to go to the ball. Suddenly, a sparkling magical wand appeared in her hand.
That's not a wand. Boop boop a doo.
Before my very eyes, she waved her magic wand and turned an ordinary pumpkin into what? Do you know?
Shoes.
And she created horses to draw the carriage from. Very good. Nice. That's right. Oh,
And the cats ate the horses.
my clothes. So I didn't have a gown to wear, and surely everyone would be dressed in a beautiful ball gown.
No, everyone's dressed. It's one of those masquerade things.
It became a gorgeous gown made of the finest fabric in all the land.
Polyester.
And on my feet, she put
Uggs.
oh, beautiful, delicate glass slippers such as I had never seen before. I at last
And unfortunately, those corns on your feet now become visible.
the spell would wear off at
midnight. The coach will turn back into a pumpkin. The horses will once again become mice. And once again, you'll be covered from head to toe in soiled rags and smoky cinders.
Oh, but
I wish I could be more clever.
well, you know, it was time to have fun. So off to the ball we went. Why, it was held in the grand ballroom of the palace. Oh, everything
Las
was
Vegas
so
Caesar Palace.
magnificent. The brass had all been polished. The marble floors were so shiny. Oh,
And the punch had been spiked.
he was so handsome.
Yay!
Imagination.
He
That's
walked
some vivid imagination.
my hand. Then he asked me to dance.
Da la 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 la, you are dancing.
Ballroom together. Oh, it was so romantic. We danced every dance together. He never left my side the whole night long. And as the hours began to pass, we fell in love.
He grabbed my ass a couple times too.
Quickly, and I was enjoying myself so much, I completely forgot about the spell. And that's when I heard it. Well, it was the clock striking midnight. Why, if I stayed any longer, my gown would turn into rags. And if the prince...
Better book it, sweetheart.
Would he still love me? Oh, I was afraid. So I ran from the prince's side. Well, he ran after me, but I was faster. So I fled through the front door.
She had on her Nikes.
And that's when I stepped out of one of my glass slippers. Why, leaving it behind on the palace steps. Oh, I didn't have time to stop for it.
I think those things would have shattered her feet while running.
The clock struck 12. And that's when my elegant carriage was once again a pumpkin. Well,
Where'd the pumpkin go?
Well, they were little mice. And my beautiful gown was once again replaced by torn and dirty rags. But I still had one glass slipper that was on my foot as a keepsake of my magical evening.
No.
What I didn't know was that back at the palace, the prince had found the other slipper and he was determined to find me again. And so he sent his coachman out to every house in the land, traveling from door to door,
And beheaded them all.
every eligible young maiden to try on the glass slipper to see who could wear it. When the prince's coachman arrived at our house, I ran downstairs to try on the glass slipper. I slipped it on.
I broke my neck.
Everyone saw that it was a on everything was a dream come true. I was carried off to the palace.
You think through the other people who had the same shoe size
Oh,
as
the
her.
prince was overjoyed.
That is a good point.
He asked me to marry him. I said yes.
And then I divorced him, and I got half his property. Yay!
I became a princess. And from that moment on, we all lived happily ever after.
And then the children came.
Did you like the story?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Brian, it's getting late.
Your boyfriend's dead.
He fell asleep. Why, we should all sleep now.
He's
Tomorrow,
drunk.
another magical day here at the happiest place on earth. Good night.
Minnesota.